Hello to everyone watching. My name is Dragoon and welcome to my Sonic Omens 80% no pause buffer guide. So this guide is going to be split up into different parts, part of a playlist. This is episode 1. We're going to be starting off here. We're going to be going through all the episodes in the game one by one, except for the last two, which will be the same video. And today, of course, is episode 1, The Breakthrough. So quickly to explain what is any percent no pause buffer. Any percent no pause buffer is the category for the game where you have to go through the game from start to finish, but without using a technique called pause buffer. Pause buffer is not allowed, and pause buffer is a technique which allows you to just skip levels almost entirely, and if you want to run that category, you need to look into any percent unrestricted. So this tutorial is for any percent no pause buffer. There will be timestamps in the description of this video for the different levels for each of the episodes in the tutorial, so you can find if there's a certain level that you need to have explained or see how to play. You can find that in the description. And also there will be links to various things like the speedrun.com page we have for this game, where you can find a lot of resources. And there'll also be a link to our Discord server. So you can check those out in the description below. This tutorial is aimed for people who have played through the game or at least are familiar with Sonic Omens. In order to even run the category, you need to either have a completed save file or have completed the game yourself, so that you can skip cutscenes, namely the first cutscene in the game and the cutscenes for the final boss. So yeah, we will not be explaining basic stuff that already is, part of playing through the game casually. So yeah, if you're not familiar with Sonic Omens, I recommend being familiar with the game before learn to speedrun. You can play through individual levels or whatever. We'll still be going through a little bit of stuff. We'll be focusing most on the technical stuff and then more, non-casual aspects of the speedrun of the game. And something to mention as well is also that my PC is quite limited, so the in-game quality of the game is pretty bad, and also the video quality is pretty low, and I apologize for that, but I'm trying to make sure that I can, record the game without it stuttering too much, so that's why that is the case. And yeah, quickly you can change settings in the game. As said, I'm running pretty low settings here. I recommend playing with VSync off, because playing with VSync on caps the game to 60 frames per second, while playing with VSync off allows the game to run uncapped frames per second, which can make some skips easier, at least from my experience. And regarding to the game settings, we recommend having tutorial mode off for sure, and just in general time warps and stuff like that. And yeah. You can try whatever settings you want, but these are the recommended settings for speedrunning the game. At least VSync and time warps and tutorial mode off, and also subtitles being off is also pretty good to avoid you being distracted. So yeah. And if you have played this game with a controller, we actually recommend that you play the game with a keyboard and mouse. That is why I have a keyboard and mouse overlay at the bottom here. I will be playing with keyboard and mouse, and I will be playing with the Infinity controls. There are two controls, Infinity and Generations. We will be playing with the Infinity controls, and these are the recommended controls to play the game with. Keyboard and mouse makes it a lot easier, so if you haven't tried that, I would 100% recommend trying that before attempting speedruns. And we are running version 3.2.0, as you can see here in the corner, in the left corner top here. So that's the version that we are running on right now, currently the newest version. So with all that out of the way, here's the format for how this tutorial is going to work. So I'm going to be playing through a level and kind of go through it slowly and explain things, and after I've explained the whole level, I'm going to restart and go through it all, showcasing how it looks in an actual run when you just go through it. So that's what we're going to be doing. And if there's anything I miss, do let me know in the comment section below, or I'm sorry if I miss anything, but I'm trying my best here. But we're going to trying to explain what we can and show what we can to ensure that you can run this game any percent no pause buffer after having watched the entire tutorial. So, with all that being said, when you click play here on the first episode, timer starts. At least that is one way of doing it, but we actually recommend another way of doing it to save some time. So I'm going to click play here, and we're going to get started. So you press F here to skip the cutscene, and then you can actually restart inside of the level to faster. It's faster because we run this game with a loadless timer when you speedrun it with the timer. So you save time by actually loading the game or starting runs by restarting inside the level. So that's what we're going to be doing here. So we're going to be clicking restart here. It's faster. And skip the cutscene. After that, you want to go out of the window here, down here, and to these boost capsules. And here's the third thing that we're going to be talking about here. You can actually collect 2 boost capsules at the same time by utilizing the quick step. So if you quick step right when you hit a boost capsule, like around here, you can actually pick up 2. And that looks like this. As you saw right there, I picked up 2. You can also hear it by the sound. This is something that I highly recommend practicing because it's going to become really useful later on in the run, since that it's very important to have as much boost meter as possible in this game. This game is a lot about resource management. So here we do a light speed dash to get up here. And then we go over here and jump over that. Quickly to mention, these trick ramps, we're going to be jumping over most of them, but those we aren't going to be jumping over. It is random, from what we know at least, how much boost you gain from these. You can either gain a lot of boost or not a lot of boost. So for example, here I gained a little bit of boost. Here I gained, I think, a little bit more. So you have to utilize, you have to like kind of adapt to how much boost you get from these. And either you're lucky or you're not. So here, there's 2 things you can do. There is the normal path, which is going through here. Or you can try to attempt a skip here by jumping off this rock while boosting. And if you do it right, it's pretty tight. But if you do it right, you can make it all the way over to the top platform over there. The one up there. So I'm going to try this if I can do it. Kind of close, but you want to make it up over there. That's like how you do the skip. We're not going to be touching too much on it because it is not something that I recommend, putting time into at the very start. It is a very minimal time save and only matters when you start, wanting a lot of time save. So we're just going to go this way. This is the way we recommend you go. And you can light speed dash these rings to gain more boost. And then you get up here and you boost through these crates. And here we're going to be using the bounce for the first time. And the way the bounce works in this game, even if you play for the game casually, you may not know, but you do 1 bounce, you gain a little bit of height, but if you do 3 bounces, you gain the max height you can get. So every time we need to get max height from bounces, we're going to be doing 3 bounces in a row, and that's going to be giving us the max height we need for bounces. Then we're going to stomp on this button here, boost down here, and then we're going to be double jumping when we get up to here to stop our momentum. Because you can actually double jump to stop your momentum. So see, I'm going up. But if I double jump, I stop going up. Let's see again. I can try it again. Boom, double jump. There we go. So that's something that's pretty useful. It's being able to double jump to just immediately change your momentum. When you get to this section, you would not have this much boost. So I'm just going to be burning the boost here to get rid of it. You would probably have 0 boost here. And what you want to do in this situation is you want to use something called slide jump boost. And slide jump boost is a very important technique that you're going to be using a lot for the game, which is basically if you slide and then jump, you see that the boost meter regains 1 boost bar. And this allows you to actually use boost despite not having any boost, as long as you don't touch the ground. When you touch the ground, you lose it. So you can't do this and then just regain it and then press it. You have to do it in the air. But this input can be done very quick, basically giving you a semi-boost despite having no boost left. So it's very useful. We're going to be using it a lot of places. And you can see the input on the screen as I'm doing here. It is slide, then jump, then boost. If you slide and then let go of slide and then jump, you're not going to be getting it. So you need to make sure you're holding slide as you jump in order to get it. And you can also, after you boost, you can dash in the air because if you don't have any boost left, your boost button in the air is just going to do this dash here. And this dash is going to allow you to keep momentum from the boost. As you can see here, this is just doing it normally. It's just doing it normally. And then when I add the dash, you see that it goes a little bit faster. So that's very useful, and that's something we're going to be doing a lot. So that slide jump boost, we're going to be doing that a lot. You're going to be seeing it a lot. Highly recommend practicing this because it's a very important bread and butter for running this game, since you run out of boost quite a lot. So once you get here, you just grab these free, or not these free, but all these boost capsules. You go down here. By this point, you probably will not have much boost left, so you might do slide jump boost here. You'll see that in our run through of the level once we're almost finished. You go up there and you get the rainbow ring. This is the fastest path. And there you can actually collect 2 of the capsules. I don't think they respawn. I can try to check. No, they don't. But you can actually collect 2 of the capsules if you run in between them. Because they're close enough to each other. But you can't see that now because they're no longer there. But yeah. That's what you keep in mind. Some capsules, you can actually grab both of them if you're close to them. That's minor optimizations, and you'll see later on the run. So once you get to a certain distance here, that's going to be the end of the level. It's going to just hit the gold ring. You can actually overshoot it, so do not jump too far up. If you are too high up and you jump too far, you're actually going to overshoot the gold bar, so don't do that. Not too relevant in any percent. I don't think you actually can do it in any percent. But if you can, and if you do it, just make sure you are not too high up, just to be safe. So that's Wellspring. So let's go through all of that again, but now we're going to just run it through the level. So I'm going to skip here, and then you can actually control yourself while you are in the cutscene, so you can buffer out of it like that. You can also change how close the camera is by zooming in and out with the scroll wheel. So here I grab 2 of these, and then I keep going this way. Grab some of these rings here. Double jump to immediately get out of that. Triple bounce. Go up here. Go up there. There we go. And as you can see, when I get here, I have almost no boost left, which means I gotta have to do slide jump boost. There we go. Wait here, grab these. Go up there. I didn't get the rainbow ring, but that's fine. I'm gonna grab these 2 at the same time, as you see. And there you go. That is Wellspring done. Boom. And with all that being said, we're going to move on to Chao Paradise now. So we're just going to press F to skip the cutscene. You don't need to spam it, but I just like doing that. But you just need to wait, and then you can skip as fast as possible. You see skip there. So Chao Paradise doesn't have that many skips. Chao Paradise is mostly focused on just pure movement. The first thing up here is you can actually jump over this entire section by utilizing this bump here. So if you boost and jump and do it correctly, you can just jump over the whole thing. You want to try to see if you can avoid overshooting these capsules because you want to gain that extra boost you gain from these capsules. You have to take this ramp. So it's random how much boost meter you get from that again. Then you duck under this and you want to jump over this ramp. It's actually faster. And here you can go through the hole here and then avoid hitting the speedy things. From what I know, since there are a lot of things in the game we are not 100% sure about, but from what we know, at least for now, these speed pads actually reset your momentum. I'm pretty sure I heard a runner saying that he's very sure it does. So you want to try to avoid the speed pads as much as possible since they reset your momentum. So here you want to jump here and you want to gain this bubble here. That bubble is very important because it gives you the rings attached to you. And then we have Chip's bracelet here. And Chip's bracelet here is actually not used that much in this run at all. We're going to be using it sometimes, but this specific variant of it where you do this swing here, you're not going to be seeing this a lot. You're going to be skipping a lot of these sections in the speedrun. So don't worry about that. Yeah. Here you want to take the left path here and gain as much boost as you can. And there's kind of 2 ways to do this. You can either do, if you go this way here at least, this is the most optimal, but this can also be kind of hard. But if you go here, you can like boost up this wall here, and then you want to go like in between, like at the very edge here. You want to go. You see the spring there. You don't want to hit that. So where the grass is, the grass ends here. If you are running here, you're actually going to launch yourself upwards like this, and allows you to actually homing attack onto this rail or just straight up land on it. And skips a very nice portion of the stage. If that is too hard for you, you can also opt to go for the right side and jump onto the boost rail here, jump off here, and then you can land here on this grass. Then you can jump from this hill, turn the camera, and immediately make your way over to the right rail here. I think you might also be able to just straight up use another hill like this one. This is like a backup path in case you don't feel safe doing the other thing. You can also just, you know, jump up and grab that thing there. But usually we're going to be doing this path down here. But if it is too hard, there is also the left path here, which is an option. Sometimes, if the speedrun option is too difficult for you, start out by just using the sometimes casual route, the fastest casual route, until you're ready to do the speedrun option. So yeah. Now I don't have any boost, so I need to gain that somehow, but I'm just gonna get up here. So you can also just, you know, go this way, go around here, gain some boost here, and then you don't need to actually take this, you can just double jump and then get up here. Then you get up here, and then you can homing attack these two guys and boost, and then try to try to lightspeed dash on these rings. But sometimes it's not gonna allow you to do it. But if it allows you to do it, it's very nice. Otherwise, you just slide under the thing. If it doesn't allow you to do it, you just slide under here. Then you get up here, and here you want to jump over this launch pad here. Homing attack onto this rail, you want to be on the right rail, and then you want to boost, and then you can jump and actually make it up to this rail here. And then here, you can hit these two at the same time to gain some good boost. I'm actually, real quick, I'm just going to show another option if this doesn't work for you. Because again, if this is too much for you, you can also just jump down here, hit the spring, and then jump. But the problem is that you got to delay your jump in order to make it up there. But there are multiple ways to get through, but the way I showed first is the recommended way. So then we go down here. And here, when you get to this ramp, you're going to want to jump off the loop. So what we're going to do is we're going to boost, and then we're going to jump off the loop around here. Let's see here, I'm just going to try again. This looks maybe harder than it is. It's very easy. You just jump off the loop like this and try to stay a little bit to the right because there's an invisible wall kind of pushing you. And then you want to land over here. And then from here, you want to avoid those rings there. Kind of try just going around here. You want to try to hawk to the right. Like, stay to the right as much as possible. And you can decide if you want to take these capsules or not, or which capsules you want to take. Right now, it's all about preserving a little bit of time, you know. But you want to try to stay to the right as much as possible. Go over here. And here, you can either take the spring, which is the fastest and safest option. But if you want to try to save a little bit of time, you can try to boost up this wall. And if you jump before hitting the sign there, you can actually make it up here, like this. You can also do that with this wall here, like I did right there. However, if you mess it up and you land here, you're going to be landing on these kind of slopes. And there are certain surfaces in this game that only allow you to jump once, and bouncing doesn't really do anything on them. These are that kind of slopes, which means if you land here, there is no way to really get back up there. The only way is just to go down and hit the spring. So it is risky. If you do it, it will save a little bit of time, but to start off with, I recommend just use the spring. It is the safer, and it's not that much time that you lose from doing it. So that's Chao Paradise. Let's show that in action. So I skip by pressing F, boost, hit this guy, try to make that gap, and if it doesn't happen, you can just hit the spring and do like I did there. Then you hit these capsules here. Jump over this. I'll just restart one more time and try again because I didn't properly get the first skip and also didn't get that skip there. So we'll just do one more time here. There we go. That's a little better. I lost the capsules, but I'll still make it over. And as you can see there, I got a ton of boost from that. So that is very good RNG. Here we go. Jump. You can also use the music sometimes as sound cues for how well you're doing in a stage. Like, eventually you get to a point where that if you have music on while playing the game, you can tell if you're behind or ahead, depending on where the music is. So, here, we're going to do the skip here. Run up there. And boom, boom, boom. Boost. Ring dash. Jump up here. Homing attack onto this. I used the, I think that was that the left side. That's the left side. Left side or right side. It's up to you which one you do. Sometimes just take the one that you land on to save time because it really isn't that important. You can make the skip regardless of which rail you do. Remember to hit as many enemies as you can to retrieve your boost gauge. We're gonna jump over here, jump over this mountain here to take some time. There we go. And just gonna hit the spring. Just for safety measures. And there you go. As you can see, about 1 minute and 13 seconds. So that's Chao Paradise. This stage is really just about doing it over and over again and getting good at doing it fast. So, we're moving on to the final part of episode 1 here, which is going to be the boss battle, Dragoon E-Zero. And Dragoon E-Zero, to quickly explain, works in a way where that he has a set of attacks that he can do. And we manipulate him to always do the attack that he will do when we're close to him. So we go close to him, manipulate him to do the attack that will hit us close, but then go away before he can hit us, and then go back in, and then we can attack him. If you are too far away, he's going to do this attack here, where he shoots. You do not want this attack. And I'm just going to wait here. If you are not close enough, he's going to do a spinny attack. Let's see here. I think around here. Yeah, that's the attack you want, actually. So that was close enough. But if you are just not close enough, just barely not close enough, maybe we'll see it in action at some point. It's hard to kind of precisely show the manipulation, but what he will do is he will do a spinny attack that goes forward, and you do not want that. So, as mentioned, you manipulate his attacks, and you go through his different attack phases. He will start by doing, we can kind of show it, but he'll start by doing one attack, and then you can hit him. One attack, then you can hit him. 2 attacks, then you can hit him. And from there on, it's always going to be 2 attacks, and then you can hit him. And the way he attacks and what he does, I'll explain as we go on here. So this is the first phase, of course, where he only attacks once. We're just going to hit him. And every time, like when we go through the boss, like he gradually, you have gradually less and less time to hit him. So it's not going to be a problem for us with the technique we use, but at the end of the final boss, at the end of the boss, you have almost no time to hit him when he's open for attack. So just keep that in mind. So that was the first attack here. We're going to be going close and going away. If you get hit, it's fine. Just make sure you always have 1 ring on you at least. That is what matters the most. Generally, for boss fights, just having 1 ring on you is very, very, very important. You don't need to have a ton of rings. Just 1 ring is very important. So there he does 2 attacks. And here he's going to do 2 attacks again. And then we can hit him. He's going to jump. It's kind of random where he jumps. And then he does 1 attack. And then he does another attack again. So we go close and back out. And then we can attack him again. He jumps again. We jump over to where he is. He's going to start shooting now every time he jumps. Of course, this boss, it's very important to do slight jump boost. So we're going to be using that a lot. When you do have capsules, you can take them here. But otherwise, just use slight jump boost. after you attack him here, he's going to go into lockdown. And he's going to boot up. You have a little bit of time to get some capsules there. He's going to do one attack. And now he's going to be available to attack. Then he's going to jump away. And he's going to jump to where you are. So boost away. And go back in. And hit him. It might actually be faster to get hit. So if you have one ring, you can allow yourself to get hit here in the last hit. And then attack him again. So you can see you don't have a lot of time to hit him there. So let's go through all that again. And go through the boss. As we normally would. So we're going to go close to him. And go back away. And now we can hit him. And again, if we are close but not but too far away, he's going to do the like spinning attack where he slides forward, and that loses time. So you don't want that. You want to stay as close as possible. So he's over here. And the timing for when you want to be close and when you want to get away, you just kind of have to learn. But it's kind of a couple seconds before he attacks. So like here, you want to be here, then you can get away there. Once you get it down, it isn't that tight actually. It may at first seem very hard, but it really isn't once you learn it. It's just making sure that you are there before he attacks. And you'll kind of learn when you are able to run away and when you have to be there. Like for example, this is fine. And then I go away. I just have to stay there. Boom, go away. This boss is just a lot of practice and eventually becomes pretty doable. There we go. Go back in. He's going to jump away. We're going to do that. Attack him. And now for the last one, we're going to get hit on purpose so we can immediately jump and hit him. There we go. You can also jump away there, but sometimes I feel it's faster to get a hit, but that depends. And, yeah. That's Dragoon E-Zero. And that's going to do it for episode 1. So, thank you for watching this first episode of the tutorial. And if you're watching the playlist, episode 2 should be coming up, where we're going to be looking, of course, at episode 2. Which includes Area 99, Wild Ridge, and Escaping from Gnarl. So, as mentioned, we have all useful links in the description of this video, and hopefully I didn't miss anything. And if you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section below. And other than that, I'll see you in the next episode. Dragoon out.